So wrenches are not the only way that we can tighten and loosen fasteners. There's another tool called a ratchet. This is a ratchet handle, okay? And it makes that ratcheting sound. You hear the clicking. So I'm coming over, it only moves one way. So I have to switch it if I want to tighten or if I want to loosen. So if I switch it, it will go the other way. This works in conjunction with something called a socket. And we've got a socket right here. So the socket has a square end. The ratchet handle has a square end, and they fit together. And so the ratchet works in conjunction with a socket, and one socket will fit one type of fastener. So you need to have a whole set of sockets. Sockets come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and these sizes will correspond with the size of a fastener. So whatever fastener you're trying to loosen or tighten, you grab a socket, you make sure it fits over the fastener, and then you have the socket wrench. Maybe you can't get to it. Maybe you need a little extension. So they make these little in-between things called extensions. So here's my ratchet. There's my extension. There's my socket. These extensions come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, look at the length of this extension. So maybe a ratchet handle's not good with a socket. Maybe we need something, and this is called a speed handle. So here you see I've got a socket, and I put it on the end of the speed handle, and I'm able to, tighten and loosen things that way. This is not the only way. What? There's more? Yes, there's more. Not the only way to lighten and loosen and tighten fasteners, okay? I can use something called a nut driver. So it looks like a screwdriver handle, but the end is almost like a socket, but it doesn't come off, and it's used to fit over a nut and tighten the nut. One size, so I got many different ones, and each one are a different size fastener. So these are nut drivers. Well, this is kind of a hybrid tool between a wrench and a screwdriver, a nut driver. And now I've got a socket-ended nut driver, which is a hybrid tool between a nut driver and a socket and ratchet. So with a socket-ended nut driver, I only need one handle, and I can put on various size sockets depending on what kind of fastener I need. So these are another way of tightening and loosening fasteners.